Love is at the heart of the Christian faith. Jesus commands us to love one another as he has loved us. John 13:34-35. This commandment goes beyond fleeting emotions. It is an active and deliberate choice to love, regardless of the situation. It is not dependent on how we feel in the moment, nor is it reserved only for those who deserve it. God's love for us is unwavering and unconditional, and it is this divine love that serves as the foundation for all healthy, lasting relationships. When we embrace this biblical principle of love, we become capable of building relationships that are not only emotionally fulfilling but spiritually grounded as well. Relationships rooted in God's love are resilient, compassionate, and selfless. They reflect His nature, bringing peace and unity into our lives and into the lives of those around us. Christ's love for the church is the ultimate example of sacrificial love. Ephesians 5:25 instructs husbands to love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. This kind of love is not based on convenience or comfort. It requires deep humility, commitment, and a willingness to put someone else's needs ahead of your own. Sacrificial love means laying aside selfish desires and embracing a servant's heart. In a relationship, it might mean offering support when your partner is weak, being present during difficult times, or giving up something valuable for the sake of their joy and peace. It's not about losing yourself, but about loving selflessly and generously, just as Christ did. Sacrificial love does not expect anything in return. It's given freely out of reverence for God and a deep desire to honor the person you love. This kind of love strengthens relationships and creates a foundation of trust and respect. Forgiveness is another cornerstone of love. Forgiveness is another cornerstone of faith-filled relationships. Jesus made it clear that forgiveness is not optional for his followers. In Matthew 18:21-22, when Peter asked how many times he should forgive someone who sins against him, Jesus replied, "Not 7 times, but 70 times 7. This teaching underscores the boundless nature of forgiveness. In any meaningful relationship, there will be moments of disappointment, hurt, and conflict. But forgiveness is what allows us to move past these moments and continue to grow together. It's not about denying that wrong was done or pretending everything is okay. Instead, it's about choosing to release the anger, bitterness, and resentment that can poison a relationship. Forgiveness restores peace, brings healing, and makes room for love to thrive again. Colossians 3:13 echoes this truth, reminding us to bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. When we forgive as God has forgiven us, we open the door to reconciliation and deeper connection. We acknowledge our own need for grace and extend that same grace to others. Building a relationship on God's love means allowing His character to guide our actions, responses, and intentions. 1 Corinthians 13:4-7 offers a beautiful and practical description of what this kind of love looks like. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. These verses aren't just poetic, they're deeply instructive. They challenge us to move beyond surface-level affection and into the depths of true godly love. When we are patient with each other, we give grace for mistakes and room for growth. When we are kind, we choose gentleness over harshness. When we let go of envy and pride, we celebrate each other's victories without comparison. When we stop keeping score of wrongs and start protecting and trusting one another, our relationships become safe havens of love and respect. These attributes come naturally to us. They are fruits of the Spirit and develop as we walk more closely with God. The more we immerse ourselves in His love, the more capable we become of reflecting that love in our relationships. Prayer is one of the most powerful and intimate ways to invite God into a relationship. It is not just a spiritual practice, it's a means of drawing closer together and aligning your hearts with God's will. Ecclesiastes 4:12 speaks of the strength found in unity. Though one may be overpowered, 2 can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. This imagery of a 3-stranded cord, a couple intertwined with God, illustrates the power and resilience of a relationship that includes Him at its center. When couples pray together, they are not only seeking divine guidance, but they are also strengthening their spiritual bond. They are confessing their dependence on God, their desire to love rightly, and their willingness to grow together under His direction. Prayer can be a source of comfort during trials, a tool for conflict resolution, and a way to express gratitude for each other. It fosters vulnerability, trust, and emotional intimacy. Whether you pray aloud together, share prayer requests, or simply take time each day to lift each other up in prayer, this shared practice creates unity and invites God's peace into your relationship. Faith, when lived out daily, becomes the glue that holds a relationship together. It shapes our attitudes, governs our choices, and influences the way we treat one another. In a world where relationships are often tested by selfishness, impatience, and lack of commitment, faith provides a steady compass. It reminds us of the bigger picture, that love is not merely a feeling but a sacred covenant, a reflection of God's own nature. When two people commit to loving each other with the kind of love described in Scripture, one that is patient, kind, forgiving, and selfless, they lay a foundation that is not easily shaken. This love does not come from within us alone, but from the Spirit of God working in and through us. Even in times of struggle, disappointment, or uncertainty, faith empowers couples to persevere. It offers hope when circumstances feel hopeless, and gives strength when emotions waver. By trusting in God's promises and following His example of love, couples can face challenges with courage and overcome obstacles that might otherwise divide them. Faith invites us to listen more intently, forgive more quickly, serve more freely, and love more deeply. It teaches us to put aside our egos, to speak words of life instead of criticism, and to pursue peace instead of conflict. Ultimately, love rooted in faith is not just about romantic gestures or emotional highs. It is about daily decisions to act in love, to communicate openly, to support and uplift, to show compassion, to be honest and humble, and to seek God's wisdom in all things. This kind of love brings stability and fulfillment not only to romantic relationships, but also to friendships, family ties, and community bonds. When we allow God's love to shape the way we relate to others, we become vessels of His grace, and our relationships become a testimony of His faithfulness. In this way, love and faith walk hand in hand, building strong, enduring connections that reflect the heart of God.